Hi guys, it's Carlos, the Ultimate Fitness Training once again, and thank you so much for watching the video. Now, I've had an email the other day in the regards to this particular sort of subject, and it's a subject about that a lot of, if you like, guys are getting into training and going through. Now, I'll give you an example. A lot of these guys that are training now, in particular weight trainers, they see these magazines, they see these bodybuilders, and they want to get some serious mass, okay? It becomes almost like an ego thing because they want to get big and strong and become a stronger version of yourself, which is brilliant. But at the same time, they don't want to get really, really big. Now, and they start consuming loads of, excuse my language, loads of shit, okay? They eat like monsters and they start eating, but they start growing. Don't take them wrong, they grow as a body, okay? Now what happens when I mean grow is they grow and they put a lot of body fat. Now obviously if they grow, the body fat increases and the belly increases, and when they get to a size where they're occupying a lot of space, what I mean by that, occupying a lot of space, I don't mean a lot of muscle space, because this is where guys that don't really understand what they're doing, they get really confused. Because what they do is, when one of the common things I get as a trainer, and I hear all loads of people saying this, is they get really big, and when they get really big and you're occupying a lot of space, and 60-70% a lot of the times is fat and water retention, they go, oh, I just want to lose this, which is obviously they're very happy with their size, and they just say, I want to lose this, which meaning pointing out their belly. But I sometimes look at people and think, what the bloody hell are you talking about, mate? If you lose this, you lose everything, because what you've got there, you've got 50-60% of body fat. You haven't grown any muscle, because you've consumed so many calories, you just became fat. Now, because you're occupying a lot of space in your t-shirts, that don't mean you're getting muscle. Now, if you speak to anyone out there that actually knows about the game, they'll tell you, once you start consuming a lot of calories, and once you start doing resistance training, not only you grow because it's muscle growth, your bone gets more dense, a lot more dense, okay? Your muscles enlarge slightly, but if you start consuming too much shit food, that food does not make your muscles grow. That food makes your body grow, which is a lot of body fat and a lot of water retention. Do not kid yourself, okay? Because if you had a lot of muscle, you take your top and you'd have some shape to you. Now, muscle shape and fat shape are very, very different. Very, very different. Now, you speak to a friend of yours that's put a lot of weight on, right? And tell him to take a top off. Okay? Don't tell him to put a t-shirt on or a sweatshirt on while he looks quite beefy. Tell him to take the top off, okay? Take the top off. See what you see. Can you see any muscle definition in it? Now, don't take me wrong. Some of the guys out there, fair play to them, they're looking quite muscular and they've put some muscle on. Brilliant. That's absolutely fantastic. Now, if they've got a big belly in front of them, right? If they've got a big belly in front of them, they'll probably have 5 to 6 inches of body fat around anywhere. Okay, and I'll tell you a great example of this is, if you look at bodybuilders, I'm talking about bodybuilders here, not even muscle models, okay? But if you look at bodybuilders, okay, on stage, okay, you think, whoa, they're massive. Now, if they put a tracksuit on, and I tell you, obviously, someone like Ronnie Coleman or Jay Cutler or anyone like that, obviously they're going to put a tracksuit on, they're going to still look big, okay, because they are big fellas anyway. But an average, say, bodybuilder, when they put a tracksuit on, maybe just by the way they walk, you probably tell them they're quite big fellas. But 9 times out of 10, they look pretty normal geezers. Apart from obviously the way they walk. They walk with a straight back. Obviously, very strong people. They work very athletic. So you'll see that they do some sort of like weightlifting. But you probably won't say they're very big. I'll give you an example. Obviously, muscle models, for instance, there's some big fellas. When I've competed, the same thing. Now, if you see me on my day of my competition, okay, on stage I look massive. But if you see me with a tracksuit, you probably wouldn't look twice at me, because you couldn't see my muscles. But once I took my top off, I was ripped to the bone. Now, that's the difference. See, muscle is dense, occupies not a lot of space, okay? What I mean by that, I'm talking about no muscle. If you start taking, obviously, crazy substances, obviously you're going to occupy a lot of muscle, because you're going to grow like a big geezer. But obviously that's got all different sort of like loads of different problems, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. So, but what I'm trying to say here on this video is, a lot of guys out there, they're trying to grow, they grow the wrong way, they start eating a lot of shit, and then the belly grows, everything grows, and they think they're big. And then when they fail to realize and they start saying, oh, I want to lose this, your body can't reduce anywhere. You can't just say, oh, by the way, I just want to lose my guts, nothing else, because unless you do some sort of liposuction, mate, because you ain't going to do nothing else. That's not going to go with what you've done there. A lot of the times is you've put a lot of fat on, a lot of water retention, and if you've done a proper diet, if you start eating all your shit, you start losing all that body fat, and you've got to restart all over again. Okay, now for the guys out there that eat a lot of shit and they take a lot of substances, which is anabolic steroids and stuff like that, yes, some of them will, that sort of calories will support their growth, but they're on a lot of substances, you know. Now that's a different story. I don't know, you know, that's a different story. Now, I just don't know why some of the guys that are not taking any substances like that, they start eating a lot of shit, they're trying to copy what the other guys are doing, and everything grows, the belly grows, you look like shit, the summers come in, and you start turning around and say, listen, all I want to lose is my gut. You can't do that, okay? So the best way I can advise you, okay, and I'm not just telling you this because I think, guys, I'm telling you this because I've been there, I've done it, I've trained a lot of different people, and I've got the knowledge. And sometimes I just like to kind of ignore this subject sometimes, you know, when people say, oh, Carlos, can you help me on this? And I'm thinking, because you know, sometimes you guys out there listen to too much bullshit and you don't like to listen to the truth, okay? A lot of people probably give you a lot of bullshit. They'll say, okay, yeah, eat a lot of shit, fuck the diet, eat this, whatever, take this and you'll grow. You won't, guys, because if you speak to any of the guys that have done it, they've been there, they'll tell you, you've got to be consistent on that clean diet. If you want to look good, if you want to get some good muscle and you want to look good where people go, whoa, he looks good, you need to be good. Honestly, you need to be good. You speak to any guy that goes on stage or any fitness model or bodybuilders, they'll tell you, you know, you need to work hard on that diet and you need to know what you're doing. Otherwise, you're kidding yourself. Honestly, you really are kidding yourself. Okay, so the best way I can tell you is sort out your macros, okay? Start eating clean, okay? Train hard, yes, train hard, train heavy. Take your creatine, take your glutamine, take your protein, take your good, I call it meat and potatoes, which basically is your brown rices, sweet potatoes, you know, turkey, chicken, you know, fish, all that sort of stuff that's going to get you, your vegetables, loads of broccoli, you know, loads of good fats, avocados. Take your fruits, all amino acids. Make sure you take your supplements, B6, B12. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on and tell you exactly what you need to take, but I'm just giving you a few guidelines. Just make sure you stay truthful to yourself, because there's so much crap out there. Don't kid yourself. Don't start getting loads of, you know, loads of volume. I call it volume. Okay, some people might call it just straight away fat, but don't kid yourself when you start putting loads of volume on, which is a lot of fat and water retention, and then all of a sudden you think all I need to lose is my belly. No, all you need to lose is the whole fucking body fat you've just created, and then you gotta basically work twice as hard to take that thing off and create muscle. Okay, so don't kid yourself. So be truthful to yourself, because at the end of the day you're only lying to yourself anyway. So with all that said, guys, you know how to find me on Carlos Trainer 10 on Instagram, on my YouTube videos, which is Carlos Trainer, and on my website ultimatefitnesstrainer.co.uk. I'm just here to help you guys become your greatest versions, as well as helping me become my greatest versions. And I'm here to help basically all these sort of young guys getting into training and not making mistakes and having to basically go all around the rigging to really get any sort of shape. Okay, guys, so with all that said, stay happy, stay healthy, stay fit. Take care of yourselves. Bye now.